Hey guys, welcome back to Bite Me. It is season 2, episode 2. We are getting really into it for this one. We're going to talk about why we hate being moms. Shut up. I know you hate it. Let's not sit here and pretend. I don't know who these white women are who are like, I love being a mom. Like, that's cool. You don't always love being a mom. You don't love being a mom at 3 a.m. when the baby wakes up and your partner doesn't get up to help. You don't love being a mom when a kid is disrespectful to you and basically is doing everything but slapping you across the face because they're on a power struggle. Like, you do not always love being a mom. In fact, I don't even think you love being a mom half the time. And some of us didn't even know that we were going to hate being moms. Some of us were just told that, oh, okay, you're going to be a mom and you're going to love it. And it was a type of programming, for Midwestern millennials. But, get ready for what may be the most controversial topic of all, motherhood. She is a bitch. Whether you have little ones or yours are all grown, the majority of women who relate to my content are, in fact, mothers. So if you're not, you may want to skip this one, or maybe if you're looking for some insight prior to birthing a whole damn human being out of your vagina, stick around. Today we're going to talk and speak the truth about why we hate being moms. I am going to hell. I grew up in the rural Midwest, Nebraska to be specific, and never do I remember ever a time in my young adult life when another grown person said to me, you don't have to have kids. You can travel, you can be rich, you can be free. That's the sound of no other women hearing that either. Now, to be fair, I don't ever remember anyone specifically telling me that I had to have kids either. But true to form, children will learn by example, and boy, oh boy, was I given Little House on the Prairie as an example. Straight out of high school, I remember, you guys, my best friend running up to me at 18, and she was just as excited as she could get her winner of a high school dropout boyfriend who had gotten her pregnant proposed. Like, this is what she's telling me. She ran up to me just elated. She was beside herself that this man who had nothing going for him, okay? Like, he wasn't attractive, he wasn't charming, he didn't have money, he didn't even work. And he knocked her up straight out of high school and proposed, let's get out the kegger and start a bonfire. That was the expectation there. This was the norm. I mean, she was the first one who ran up to me and said anything, but she wouldn't be the last. I mean, I had several girlfriends who would go on to get married and pregnant later that year. This isn't out of college. This is straight out of high school that this is happening in the Midwest. It's just very, like, the subconscious mind and the human desire to fit in with our peers is very malleable in our formative teenage years, I knew that I, at that time, was not interested in getting pregnant at 18. And as far as I know, I also didn't have anything better to do. And that's where we get into having a baby at 19 and a marriage at 20. That's young. I'm 35 now. I look back on that's young. But what seems so incredibly normal to me at that time of my life, I now shudder to recollect. You people might not know it looking at me, but I have a 16-year-old son. Like, my son's going to be an adult in 2 more years. Pros, I'll be a hot grandma. Cons, I'll be a hot grandma. I don't know how comfortable I am with that. I was young then and I'm young now. There was somewhere on like an Instagram post the other day, like, what's her secret? She looks so young for 40. Her secret is she is young. 40 isn't old. That's just something we've been conditioned by new age media to believe. So we'll keep purchasing the makeup and it's the ads that you see on Instagram and Ulta and all of that. Do you know that the brain isn't even fully developed until we're 25? Yet there I sat at 20 years old responsible for keeping another human being alive. Yikes! It doesn't take a genius to conclude that I probably made more than my fair share of mistakes with that kid that I'll never be able to make up to him. That's on me. But is it? Is it? until he grew out of elementary age, I don't recall seeing his father or his grandparents on either side ever. All of these people who provided the groundwork for me to get pregnant are nowhere to be found until it's time to judge me, and then they pop up like Al Roker at a Weight Watchers meeting. It's incredible. Let's take a break real quick. And welcome back to Bite Me. We are discussing Season 2, Episode 2, Why We Hate Being Moms. I don't know how Al Roker got involved in my podcast, you guys. I apologize. I do. But that's the thing. That's the thing with being a mom and being a woman, is that women cannot win. I remember Sauce Boss was on here, Sauce Boss 333 from TikTok. She was on here last season talking about how, you know, if we stay at home with the kids, we're lazy. If we go to work, we're negligent. If we are running our own business, no matter what, it's like, what are you doing over there, woman? That's what she said, and it's true. People are always looking at us, looking to judge us and see exactly what women are doing, because God forbid we should be doing nothing. Our productivity level must be attached to our value, surely. Yeah, women can't win. If we had kids young and regret it, we're a shitty person. If we leave the kids and we have a life of our own, we're a shitty person. If we stick around and feel like shit and aren't taking good enough care of the kids or ourselves, we're a shitty person. And if the person we made the kids with leaves, then it must be our fault because we're a shitty person. That's what society and social media seems to indicate to us. That's what the patriarchy wants you to believe. We don't say that we hate the crushing responsibility of children because we aren't supposed to. We need to. There's a movie coming out on Netflix, The Lost Daughter. It's got Dakota, what is her name? Melanie Griffith's daughter. She's in it. And that lady from The Crown. Oh, I want to watch it. It's about a woman who's not afraid to say, I hated being a mom. I think you should all watch it. It's going to come out in a couple of weeks. You know, when Adele talks about it in her new song, I love that song. Because people should go easier on us. They should. We've been conditioned to be mothers when we didn't even know we were being conditioned to being mothers. Now here we all sit. And who benefits from it? The benefits, the boomers and the patriarchy. I love my kids. And my daughter and I have a beautiful relationship. But I would be lying if I didn't admit that to be a mother is a complete sacrifice of oneself under certain and all too common circumstances. I mean, tell me you can't relate to that. In Gloria Steinem's book, My Life on the Road, she references a conversation. God, it's my favorite. It's one of my most favorite things I've ever read, to hear her recite this the way she recited it. She had a conversation with her mother, who at that point was deteriorated and in a mental ward. And her mother outlined a story about herself in college to Gloria and her aspirations beyond college. And Gloria Steinem was so fascinated by this story that her mother was telling her, she asked her mom why she didn't capitalize on those goals. And her mom replied, well, if I'd gone and done those things that I wanted to do, then you wouldn't have been born. And Gloria thought to herself, but you would have. We have to hold on to ourselves. We have to. For more information on Gloria Steinem's book, My Life on the Road, it's available on Amazon or thriftbooks.com. And for more information on Mom Regret, you can visit www.mcleans.ca/regretfulmothers. Again, so grateful to have you guys back on Bite Me for Season 2. I am looking at talking about some different topics this time, but probably a lot of the same too. And if you guys have any ideas, feel free to shoot them that way. You can email me. You can check out my Linktree on TikTok. You can message me directly on TikTok or Instagram. Or if maybe you're interested in coming on for an interview, that's cool with me too. I'm your host, Brooke. Be sure to check out the Truthful Groomer website, Insta, and Twitter, and we'll see you next time on Bite Me.